Hello and welcome back to Reddit Insanity. I am Michael.
Up, boy.
And we are the Knights of Entertainment. We got some Reddit stories for you guys today. And
From the wild ride of Reddit.
yeah. Alrighty. Starting off, the title of this one is called Potato Juice.
Oh, God. What the fuck is potato juice?
Alrighty. We had a very attractive gym teacher back whenever I was in high school. For some reason, yoga had been added to the curriculum, and it was the first day for that class. Well, our teacher decided to show us her flexibility, so she touched her toes to demonstrate. All of a sudden, both of her tits fell right out of the top of her shirt. She covered herself quickly, but that was enough for one kid in the back. He sat down and started jerking it.
Jesus, man. Control yourself.
It was obvious what he was doing. But nobody was stopping him.
What?
So, being the good person I was in the high school, I went up to him and told him to stop. I also didn't know this kid had special needs.
Oh, okay.
I'm standing there telling him to stop, and then he drops his pants and blows his load right there on my shoes. The teacher flipped out, called the cops, had him taken out of the class. For the rest of my time in high school, I was called Potato Juice.
Potato juice? What? Who would ever... Whatever.
A starchy white fluid.
Yeah. Jesus.
Alrighty, next one is by
He didn't say that he fucking disinfected his shoes, threw them away, and buried him in the bowels of hell.
It's a short little story.
But also a fucking tremendous story.
Next one is from a Reddit user named Curly Jackson. Alrighty, story is, this story reveals way too much of my social ineptitude. Any normal person would have seen this coming, so I had the school teacher's gym... I'll restart this. Any normal person would have seen this coming. So, I had the school's gym teacher as my homeroom teacher, and I saw him often. Sometime during the first week of school, I caught him singing the song, "I Got You, Babe," at the top of his lungs alone in the gym. I laughed at him. He was a big, tough sort of guy who you wouldn't expect to be singing a Sonny and Cher song, basically. But performed a little impromptu duet with him. It became our inside joke that I had caught him singing that. And so, when we would pass each other in the hall or gym or whatever, we would hum that song and we would both laugh. Anyhow, around Valentine's Day, those stupid singing animal dolls start showing up and on sale, and I run across a pair of frogs that sang, "I Got You, Babe," when I was out shopping with my mom. She worked at the school. Yeah, that's a whole nother level of embarrassing. And knew the gym teacher and the story and told me I should buy those as a joke. So for some reason, I thought this was a good idea. I showed up to school on Valentine's Day, walk up in front of my whole classroom, and give him those stupid singing frogs.
Fuck.
And he just stared at me. Didn't laugh. Didn't make any sort of joke. He then gave me the super awkward, embarrassed smile. Says, "Thank you, sweetie," pityingly. And I realized in that moment, standing in front of my homeroom of at least 30 other students, that it looks like I'm confessing my love to the gym teacher.
Yeah, you should have thought that one through.
And those stupid frogs start singing. And I just stood there, mortified, until they finished. Not knowing what to do, I ran back to my seat. Everyone stared at me, open mouth, through the rest of homeroom. I ran straight to my mom's classroom and hid in there for a while. She went and spoke to the teacher later, and he told her that he had actually found it quite funny, and that he had totally gotten the joke. Well, then why didn't you say anything? Anyway, yeah, people thought I had a creepy girlish crush on my gym teacher, and it was bad, but better than thinking that we were banging.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So she at least figured it out. Next one is from Genuine Jen.
Genuine Jen. Genuine? That's a hard one. A genuine? Genuine Jen.
Just started like mumbling.
I'm on like 4 hours of sleep. Genuine.
Alrighty. Story is, first week at a new high school. I've always been pretty awkward and I was really nervous, but my dad told me it was a chance to reinvent myself and you don't get many of those in life. My mom said if anything happened, just laugh it off. So I bought a nice...
I got shot. Fucking died.
Oh well.
I'm sorry. It's like laughing off. I get hit by a car.
Well. All right. So I bought a nice new shirt, pinstripe with some metallic stripes running through it, and a pair of heels. Got up early, ironed my new shirt, and went to have breakfast in the cafeteria. I must have ironed my shirt on too high of a heat, and whatever the metallic strips were made of couldn't take it. Because as I was making my way out down the center of the cafeteria in front of everyone, it ripped across almost my entire halfway down my back. It was in such a hurry. I was in such a hurry to get out. I fell on my ass, ass over tits down the stairs.
Jesus.
Maybe some people might have not noticed, except in my panic, my mom's words were going around in my head.
Just laugh it off.
Laugh it off. So I made this really loud nerdy snorting sound. I don't think anyone missed that. So much for reinventing myself.
Jesus.
All right.
Fuck yourself up.
Probably nobody would have even paid attention.
Right.
Laugh it off. Laugh it off. And then snort when you laugh. Alrighty, next one is from Nixon on. Alrighty. For this, I'll preface. Do you know who the Offspring are?
A band? Mm-hmm. Close enough. That's all I know.
They're the ones that sing that song, Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
So, okay. That's the setup for this one.
Uh-oh.
So this person says, I was sitting in geometry. I had been listening to a lot of the Offspring around that time. Well, my teacher was rambling on about some postulate or some shit. I'm just sitting in the back.
Some dumb shit he's talking about.
I'm just sitting in the back, twiddling my thumbs and wondering what it'd be like to have two penises. Well,
What the fuck? It'd be exhausting. Which one do I gotta pee out of this time? Fuck.
well, it's at this point that I hear my geometry teacher, old lady.
I guess you can go right and left. So you can, they can go both. You can rest on either side. You don't have to worry about that. Does that mean 4 balls? Or just still 2?
4 would be too much.
Just a big old fucking meat sack of balls.
Imagine them getting twisted.
All 4 of them? Shit.
That wouldn't be fun. So he hears his
Are they the same size or different sizes? I can't let this go.
So you're gonna be sitting there thinking like he was.
Now I'm thinking like he is. It's driving me mad. He's 2 dicks.
All right, continue.
Are they side by side or on top of each other? Okay, that's the last one.
Well, it's at this point that I hear
Do
my
they both get hard at the same time or just one of them? At a time. Okay, last one. That's the last one.
and she says, "I'm going to give you the formula." So instantly, my mind switches to "Pretty Fly for a White Guy," and I start singing, "Give it to me, baby."
Oh, fuck. Sure fucked that up.
And it wasn't until it was out that I realized what I did.
Damn.
That would be so damn a song playing in your head. And
Yeah,
just like,
you sing it out at the worst possible moment with the worst possible words.
so for any of the kids now that are singing WAP, I keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't say it out loud. Next story is by MT Aleutian. Alrighty. A house full of ladies. I have to go to the loo. I thought it'd be a silent job. It went loud pretty quick.
Shit.
A loud and abrupt blast. It was so fucking loud. Like firing off a broken tuba in the toilet pan. 0 to 11 in under a second. It was startling. There was no way they didn't hear it. My wife was holding back tears of laughter as I descended back down the stairs. But the other ladies were too polite to say anything.
Yeah, that's nice to have at least.
I give him credit. At least he was in his own house.
Oh, that was his house?
I believe so, yeah.
Fuck.
Just his wife had friends downstairs. upstairs.
Blowing a bathroom up with puke company.
Saying, oh God, no, not now.
Reminds me of the American Pie scene where one of the characters, Stifler, gives another character laxatives.
Yeah.
And because he always goes, and during lunch, this other character always goes home to take a shit. So he figures if he gets some laxatives, he'll have to take a shit at school. He ends up in the girls' bathroom.
I remember.
Yeah, you remember that? He's like trying to, and he's like, I can't hold it. Because there was a bunch of women in there. He's like, I can't hold it.
God, that would suck so bad. I'm the kind of person I avoid public restrooms. I don't like them.
Yeah, me neither, unless I have to. But then again, it's just a pee. I'm not going to take.
Right. I don't want to go out there and just drop a big...
Like, drop a deuce.
Do you know how many times I have went into the restroom and you go in there, it's like you turn right back around, it's like, nope, I can hold it. It's like, you hear the person and they're grunting so loud. It sounds like they're going fucking Super Saiyan.
Kale Ken 10.
Although I have walked into a bathroom where one person, I heard him, oh God, not now.
Yeah, taking the dump would be the worst sometimes.
Yeah, but if not now, when?
Hey, man, at home. Like, not yet, please.
Alrighty, next one is by a Reddit user, BKB. They put, I was 13 and I was getting dressed with my friend in the room. My pants were off and I realized I had to fart. So I said, hey, look at this. And when I squatted, turns out the fart never came. But a nice little Hershey kiss.
What the fuck, bro? You're going to dump in your best friend's room?
A nice little Hershey kiss of a turkey.
We never hung out again.
I started crying and ran to my mom.
Oh, his room. Well, either way, she took a dump on the floor.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah, don't squat down to fart.
If you feel a rumbling in your stomach, don't squat.
Yeah.
That's the worst
At
thing
least
to
not
do.
go squat over a toilet, not anything else.
Next one is by Emperor Cardagia or Cardagia.
Damn, it's a complicated name. Jesus
It's hard to
Christ.
read whenever you're laughing too. So, alrighty. So this person puts, okay. So this is recent. I lived in Panama City, ground zero for Hurricane Michael.
Shit.
So this is whenever Hurricane Michael happened.
What did you do the hurricane for? What did they do to you?
Well, I didn't like Panama City.
Jesus.
Wreck that shit. Naturally, for a while there, I lived on MREs, or more specifically, their shitty low sodium cousins, ERMs.
You know MREs are horrible for constipation.
And these are the shitty cousins, the ERMs.
Fuck. What the fuck are ERMs? Holy shit. Well, did you just reverse the wording?
I guess.
ERMs? Okay.
Emergency ration meal.
Oh. Is it for civilians or something? I don't understand.
That's just the low sodium versions.
So they're just
Of
better
MREs.
or worse? I thought sodium was okay.
It is. I think anyway.
Well, let's find out what happened with low sodium.
They gave me what we'll understate as bad gas.
Oh.
I was working on pulling what was recoverable out of a house with some of the FEMA, Red Cross, linemen, road responders were patrolling. Noting houses with severe damage, questioning residents if anyone or if everyone and their families were accounted for, etc.
Yeah.
I took a break on the porch to drink a bottle of water, and while I was outside away from my family, I felt the telltale rumbling in my tumbly, indicating
God.
I had a bit of a buildup. So I leaned to the side to open the vent for maximum airflow and let her rip. With no cheek impediment, it was an abrupt, forceful, and silent whoosh.
That's not bad, I guess. In public, nothing better in public than a beautiful.
Silent?
Yeah, as far as just.
Now what came next? At first, nothing happened. Then all the first responders got quiet.
The hell?
I looked up.
What the fuck happened? We just fucking caused a nuclear fallout? What the fuck did he do? What are you farting? What, walkie-talkie? What the hell happened?
I looked up because beforehand they'd been making quite a bit of a noise. That's whenever I overheard the new subject conversation. They were radioing for a coroner.
They were what?
They were radioing for a coroner and a canine unit to find a body,
Oh.
as they detected what they believed to be the sin of decomposition.
Oh, God.
They didn't find anything, and I never told them what they were smelling.
Jesus.
So bad that when you're working for FEMA, they thought it was a rotting corpse.
Fucking, you gotta go to a doctor, bro. Fucking farts are so bad. They're knocking dogs out.
They call it the canine unit.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
And a coroner to get the dead body. And they're not even joking about it. They're really serious.
So he farted that and the wind just lifted it, and then they're just like, my God,
I smell a dead body.
a dead body in here.
Oh, that would be so damn embarrassing. Alrighty, got two more stories.
Okay.
One from Big Papa Pump.
Oh, God, fucking Scott Steiner. Holla if you hear me.
Every Friday morning, I have to take my daughter to school, which is about a 45-minute each way. Usually, by the time I drop her off,
Listen here, right? That school better be two fucking minutes away. When I'm a father, ain't no damn way.
Drop her off. I have to go like clockwork. For some reason, it hit me particularly hard one morning, so I'm driving and clenching. I drop her off and dash to the gas station right down the street. I run in and start unbuckling my belt on the way to the bathroom, only to find that they are remodeling the men's room, and the attendant told me that there's a porta potty out back.
Okay,
Mind you, this is in the dead of winter, and probably somewhere between 15 and 20 degrees outside.
What is it, live in Alaska?
Or just here in the wintertime.
Right.
At this point, I do not care where I unload, so I make a mad dash to the Johnny on the spot. By the time I get there, my pants are unzipped and ready to drop. I closed the door and quite honestly didn't think I had time to even wipe the seat down or I was going to blow. It was early in the morning and there was very little light, and thought to myself that sitting in a few drops of pee would be much better than shitting myself around 45 minutes from home.
Fuck all that. I'm not sitting some man's pee. I'll blow ass cheeks all over the place standing straight up.
As I sat down, I felt something squishy. Upon instinct, I put my hand on my backside to see what it was. It was shit.
Okay.
Someone dropped a half-runny deuce on the toilet seat that he sat in.
So he just sat on someone else's shit?
Yep. As soon as I realized what it was, I jumped up and started to dry heave. As I turned around, the entire contents of my stomach unloaded into the porta-john, which also caused an explosion at the other end, which was pointed at the door. It was 20 degrees out. I had someone else's shit on my hand, just puked, and shit down the back of my underwear and leg.
Jesus.
I was pissed.
And shit.
If you have ever been in one of these things, you realize that there's not much room to move. I wiped
There's nowhere to
off.
wash your hands either, is there?
No.
They should make one.
I wiped off the seat, took off my pants and underwear, tossed my underwear in the john, cleaned up as much as I could, and got the hell out of there. The most miserable experience of my life.
Damn.
And the last one. Shit fisting potato.
Okay. That has a title.
Yes.
That makes it way worse.
It doesn't have the person's name though.
Oh, okay. That's odd.
And they also put on here, here's a backup in case this gets deleted.
How horrific is it?
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but not great. Alrighty, so here goes. I'm an IB student.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Irritable bowels.
So I have to spend extra time back at school on most days, till like 5-ish. Last year, I was having a history toot and went to go get a drink of water. I walked down the hallway to go outside where the water fountains are when I heard some sus noise coming from an empty room.
Some sus noise. You can tell this is a person now.
Yeah. The school was moving departments around at the time. This noise sounded like an angry Lou Ferrigno stroking one out on helium.
The fuck?
I stood there in fear for 2 minutes before the school janitor walked over and listened to the horrid sounds with me. At this point, I could hear a second fainter noise also. Finally, one of us moved and the janitor knocked on the door and the noise stopped. A full minute of deadly silence
Why
passed.
would they even bother? I would just leave.
Apparently they were engrossed and they wanted to know what the fuck was going on.
Like, I love mysteries as much as the next guy, but I'm like, I'm just mind my own business.
It just sounds like Lou Ferrigno stroking one out on helium.
Yeah, fuck that. You can already pretty much tell someone's fucking somebody.
Yeah.
In some way.
Exactly. A full minute of deadly silence passed before I looked up at the janitor, and then let's see here. And then the door. He nodded as I reached for the door handle to jiggle it, and the door was locked. The janitor pulled out his keys and unlocked the door slowly.
What the fuck? Mind your fucking
Shit.
business.
That room stunk like the waterways of Mumbai.
Jesus.
It's at this point that I should point out that my school has a special program, and in the middle of the room was 2 Down syndrome students. One elbow deep fisting the other.
Jesus Christ.
There was a pool of water consistency feces on the ground around. Not a single word was said before the janitor and I walked out, closed the door, looked at each other, locked the door, each making an agreement to never talk about this again, and walked off.
That's why I say mind your business.
I never saw either of the 2 kids again, and neither of the janitors spoke about it.
Jesus.
We just nod to each other when passing in the halls now.
Like fucking war veterans. Jesus Christ.
So if you ever want to know what 2 Down syndrome people sound like, fucking like Lou Ferrigno rubbing one out on helium.
None of my business. I just mind my business.
And this is why you should not open doors you don't know what's behind there.
Right, like why? If you hear some weird, if it's something like someone getting murdered, it'd be a whole different story. But if you know they're clearly banging,
But if you're, just go. It's not a zombie. Just keep going.
the Hulk fist.
Hulk smash.
Hulk smashing, all right, smashing that ass.
Oh, the worst story you could ever hear.
Weird.
But that is all for Reddit this week, and we will see you guys on the next one.
More One Piece. That makes no sense for this one, actually.
You're not going to find the one piece where he had his hand.
Maybe that's what he was looking for. It's got to be somewhere.
Digging for that trick. Talk to you guys later. Bye.